Good evening and welcome to Talking Sports Live. I'm Rob J. along with Jamie Horton, and we have a very, very special guest with us this evening. We have Andrew Seymour. He's the general manager of the Mississippi Mud Monsters. Who is that? That's Mississippi's newest professional baseball team, and we'll talk with Andrew in just a moment.
I'm kind of excited about this.
You remember we were trying to get the name of the team?
Last week we was confused, were we?
Yeah. Before we get started, I want to let you know that this show is brought to you by Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. Their motto is, let us in, we'll keep them out. 601-939-5231. First Commercial Bank, where business is personal, 601-709-7777. Willie T. Abson Law Firm, knowledgeable, experienced, caring. Their number is 601-487-8839. Mansell Media and Marketing Agency is a full-service advertising and marketing agency. The number is 601-339-2040. And Richard Shaw of Dynastics Promotions, the official clothier of Talking Sports Live. Their number is 601-353-1956. And Richard Shaw, Andrew, has been in business since 1988 when I was just a little baby.
And that's why you guys are looking so slick. I recognize it.
I think you became Rob best friend.
Well, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have a lot to do before opening day. I guess, first of all, just let everybody know about the Mississippi Mud Monsters.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. It's great to be here. And I'll tell you what, that's the question people always ask. You know, tell me a little bit about the name. And often people try to say, you know, that crawdads, mud dogs, whatever. But yeah, honestly, we are Catfish, speaking to the area, and the name really resonates with all the outdoor activity. And, you know, man, you speak to your area. We're just having some fun with it. I think we got you met a couple of people in our front office. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We got great roosts in the area, and they kind of represent, you know, our marketplace. So we're out there telling people our story. And listen, I'll tell you what, before September 14th, we didn't have one fan. So we're growing every day.
Wow. Jamie, I did go out to the stadium, and, man, they're fixing it up.
Yeah.
They're getting all of that Mississippi Brave stuff out of the way. Mm-hmm. And everybody's working together. I met a young man who he put on the mascot.
Oh, yeah.
Catfish mascot. But he's not the real mascot, though.
No.
But he just did it that day. They had touch a truck out there.
Yeah.
But no, man, they're getting it together. We want everybody to come out and check them out.
You know, Rob didn't even know what a mud monster was till we had to explain.
I was like, what is a Oh, that's a catfish.
It's a catfish.
That's
You know, they be down there, you know,
Yeah.
doing the grabbing the catfish up
Mhm.
under the water and along
Yeah.
with the little traps, and they bring out the big mud monster. That's
Oh,
what they,
okay.
another name for a catfish.
Yeah.
Now he likes to eat them.
No, and you got to. They're good. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's on the menu. You come to Trustmark Park, and we're gonna have a couple of those things on the menu. You got to have those things, right?
Oh my! But I tell you, what's glad. I'm glad for you to be here because I didn't know what the future held for Trustmark Park after the Braves left, and they had became a integral part of the community.
Yep.
And it's great to see another team coming in, and I got a good feeling about the Mud Monsters. So tell us about like the manager and then some of the players that you get.
So I'll tell you what, it all started back with, our ownership group had really good vision back in, probably well over a year ago, but they looked, they knew what was going on, and they said, hey, this market, man, this is a good place. This is Mecca, right?
Yeah.
And then, they supported it. And when the Braves announced that last day of the season, they announced, hey, guys, thank you, everybody. Our owner took the mic, kind of passed it like a baton and said, hey, listen, don't despair. We're going to have baseball right here for you in the heart of Pearl. And baseball is going to stay in Trustmark Park. So
Wow.
that's how it started. And we're independent baseball. So it's a little different in that, let's say our players are not assigned through the major league system of the Atlanta Braves. Our field manager, so like our head coach, he's the one that goes out and names and joins gets all the guys to join the team, for lack of better words. But he's the one at player procurement. He takes care of that. And he's got guys, man, he understands it. If we're going to appeal locally, you got to go local, right? So he's got a whole bunch of guys from Mississippi with Mississippi roots. He's got a couple guys from all over the map, right? So you get that interest too. So we have a couple international players. We got a 7'2" Australian pitcher.
They got 7-footer, James.
Yeah,
7-foot pitcher.
7'2". He's gonna
7'2".
He's gonna love the bus.
I want to see him. Yeah, I want to see him.
Mm-hmm.
He need to be playing for the New Orleans Pelicans.
I guess the last player that I've known that was close to 7 foot was J.R. Richard with Astro. Who else was a tall pitcher that you can recall?
What's the guy that used to pitch for the Arizona?
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. Yeah.
Yep. He was about as tall as he was 6'10". I forgot,
Yeah.
but I think he was right about that.
And he was good.
He was good. Not pretty to look at, man, because he always looked angry.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. didn't
Not
he?
want to face
But
it.
he pitched angry too.
Yeah. Remember he hit the pigeon? Or
Remember
the
hit that
seagull?
pigeon?
He pitched, yeah, I remember
They
that.
were flying by.
Yeah, he did. He blew. It's terrible, but yeah, you hit it.
Oh
Are
my!
the players in yet? Or are they
So
coming?
no, it's like I said, independent baseball. So we still got. I say we. That's very grand to me, but our field manager still has a couple guys to get. And listen, that 26-man roster, he'll have it in place. The guys will show up here April 24th. It's a business, just like anywhere else, right?
Mhm.
They hit the field April 25th. Our first game is we have an exhibition game on May 1st. Then we really start May 8th. When we start on May 8th, man, we're rolling, and that's when they have the 26-man team. Before that, we'll have open tryouts. We'll have probably a 36-guy roster, not roster, but 36 guys reporting to camp. I'll be trimmed down a little bit, but
Wow.
it's interesting. It's really going to be good, and there is some good interest. I'll tell you what, we're very lucky. I talked about the sporting area and the support. It's really strong here. I told you when we first met that I was really surprised and pleased at how good baseball is here in terms of interest. I thought people were kidding me. They love it, man.
Yes,
So
they do.
we're blessed.
From
We're
college
really
to
lucky.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Little league all the way up.
yeah. I mean, we
Yeah,
had
man.
the Mets here, the
Generals.
Generals,
Yeah.
Astros farm team.
Yes. Yes.
We had the I don't know if you remember the Diamond Cats.
I remember the Diamond.
Cats in the Braves, and now the Mississippi Mud Monsters. When you look at ticket sales, can fans get tickets now?
Oh yeah. Honestly, the best place to go for all your information is mudmonstersbaseball.com. Right. Go to our website. That's open live 24/7, right? But honestly, we try to have all the information there because we got to tell our story, right? You can't. You know what's very interesting? If I could tell you a dumb story, you guys is hey, listen. So, you say, okay, well, how many players are you going to have? How many bats? You get the helmets and all the stuff that you take for granted, right?
Yeah.
No, there's no helmets around. There's no bats. There's no old baseballs. I might have told you that, Rob, when you were
Yeah.
there the other day. You
Sure.
got to get everything because we're starting new. The
Oh, my.
stadium is beautiful, right? You got a AA facility that's up to Major League standards that they stayed on top. Major League Baseball stayed on top of every
Yes.
year.
Mhm.
So all your levels of compliance are right there. You got, we announced that we're doing free parking. Our ownership group handed that down, and man, you think we
Oh, my.
created
I
the
said
wheel?
the same thing.
Yeah.
We created the wheel. So we didn't take away Thirsty Thursdays. That's still happening, and we got free parking. So man, just pack them in. Let's go.
I tell you what, I'm getting kind of excited myself because in the summertime, it's such a great facility out there. And I caught a couple of Braves games, and some of the kids when I was working at the Boys and Girls Club, we took them out there.
Mhm.
And when I tell you that they was an experience they never will forget, they still talk about today, the ones that I do see.
Good.
And
I love it.
yeah, I mean, baseball is a fun sport. A lot of people say it's boring, but it's not.
Mhm.
I remember when I was young, I used to watch Ron Say and Ryan Sandberg. That's how I got hooked on the Cubs, because Harry Carey was the best
Yeah, he was.
announcer I
made
have
it fun.
ever seen in my life.
He made it fun.
He did, and when he said he was a Cub man and a Cubs fan and a Bud man, it got me right there.
Right?
Yeah. Do you know when it comes to all of the people that you need to help staff this team? Are you still looking for people? I guess like maybe servers or anything like that.
Oh yeah, and that outreach is important, right? So listen, we in terms of customer service, paramount to us, right? Look,
Correct.
I'll be real quick, but the things we can control is the atmosphere, right?
Correct.
The cold drink's got to be cold and the hot dog's got to be hot, not the other way around, right? That's what I hear about.
Exactly.
My coworkers that work hard, that's what we hear about. And we can't control the play in the field, so we try to make the atmosphere good. So we're always looking for great servers, customer service people, doing promos. I think Kyla Thompson is going to be our on-field MC.
Oh.
And I just said Kyla, excuse me, Kayla Thompson.
Same thing.
Oh my gosh,
Same thing.
Every now and then on the vowels. But we got good people running the show, and that's where the outreach is so great. And I think the energy, hopefully it translates into some good crowds, some good fun, because that's all we want to be. We want to be that pulse of the area. So
yeah. Well, I definitely want to help work with the team. I mean, you guys have been very inviting. The Mississippi Braves are okay, but they were kind of standoffish at times. I got to tell you.
I mean, you got to look at. I think this is more of a community-based team. Major League Baseball is cut from a different cloth, and they was kind of standoffish because they had support of it. But with the independent leagues, they're a little bit different. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am, to see just how much I think it can be successful if you market right and everything. And I think the people will come.
Thank you. And that's what we got to be. You got to be out in the marketplace telling, like I said before, telling our story. But if we don't get people excited about coming, and if we don't show them a good time, they're not going to come back, because there's lots of other things to do, right?
Yes.
And the weather is fantastic.
That's right.
So, we got a great venue. We've got to make sure we deliver on the entertainment value, and that's our goal.
Well, Andrew, I know we were talking about Mississippi is the only team from the South that's playing in this league. So most of these guys are going to be from Illinois and Indiana. When they come to Mississippi, have they come to Mississippi?
It's the summer heat.
Yeah, that's called home field advantage, right?
Oh yeah.
We got them over in the first base dugout where the sun is beating down on them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it is, because I've been in Trustmark Park.
Strategic advantage,
Absolutely.
The home cooking.
Yes, sir.
Rob, you said that we're the only Southern team.
Yes.
So where are the rest of the teams from?
Man, so it's an 18-team league. So ourselves and Kinston, North Carolina, joined the league, right? Because to make it 18 teams, usually, how they go. So they usually add teams in pairs.
Yes.
Sorry for the boring side of it, but that's what we did. And then in doing that, man, we were so not hard pressed. We were so headstrong about coming here that man, our closest opponent is probably a good 8 hours away. Excuse me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yep.
On the bus.
Y'all got to do on the bus.
Florence Y'alls and Florence, Kentucky, and then a lot of teams up in Illinois. But listen, it's an 18-team league. Like I said, 3 teams in Canada. Excuse me.
We can handle that.
We can handle it.
For all the stuff we go through.
That's right.
we can handle that. That is a breeze. But what we go through, you can't park here. You can't get here. You can't. We're gonna take a break. We got to be right back.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind. Gonna keep on now.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
All right, welcome back to Talking Sports Live. Rob J, Jamie Horton, and our very special guest, Andrew Seymour. He is the general manager of the Mississippi Mud Monsters. They are going to get underway at Trustmark Park in May. Is that right, Andrew?
May 8th, you got it.
May 8th. So get your tickets for the Mississippi Mud Monsters and enjoy professional baseball, which is back in the state of Mississippi. Now, remember, each and every Wednesday here at Full Moon Barbecue in Madison, they have launched the Talking Sports Live Happy Hour. Okay, and that's each Wednesday from 5 until 8 p.m. During this time, customers will receive a 50% discount on all beverages, including beer and soft drinks with their meals, and children under 12 years of age get free drinks with their meal. All right, now, and again, we have a trivia question that we're going to present to you. And when we ask this trivia question, do not call the TV station because no one is there. No one is there. You have to hit us up on our social media platforms, which Talking Sports Live, Facebook, YouTube, and okay. All right. Here's a question. All right, Andrew, you may know this question.
I'm ready.
All right. Who was the starting pitcher for the Jackson Mets when they played their first game at Smith-Will Stadium 45 years ago? Who was that? Okay. If you have that answer, you will receive a $10 gift card from Full Moon, and that will get you this lid. No, I'm kidding. You can get you.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So the question again, who was the starting pitcher for the Jackson Mets when they played their first game at Smith-Will Stadium 45 years ago? Hit us up on our social media platforms. First one to do that will be a winner. And again, we have Andrew. And Andrew told me that Trustmark will allow some SWAC games to be played there.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
That's what I'd love that.
Yeah.
I truly would. Yeah, let's get that going.
That'd be a good thing
Mhm.
because we're centrally located, and a lot of the teams like coming to Jackson.
Good.
And that'd be like, you got Alcorn Valley and Jackson State already here.
Mhm.
And then like the other teams are only like 3, 4. I think the farthest one may be what? Perry View in Texas Southern.
And Florida
A&M.
A&M.
It's about the same.
Okay.
It's about 7
Yeah,
hours. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But Bellhaven plays at Smith-Wills now. I mean, I'm sorry, I said Smith-Wills at Trustmark.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their home stadium.
Oh,
They played Millsaps last night, and
at
they're going-
Trustmark.
Yeah, and they're practicing right now, and then they go on the road. I think to Memphis or something.
And don't State Ole
Bellhaven
Miss,
should be putting roses wherever you want.
just like King dropping.
Very good.
Help
Very
up
good.
to me.
They should be putting roses at your feet.
What do State and Ole Miss still play out there for the
They do, don't they?
yes.
They do. It's on April 22nd. That'll be a big deal. That's why I said
Oh yes.
we got to get going with get JSU over there.
Yeah,
That would
that's
be
fantastic.
great, man.
That'd
I'm
be
telling you, that would be great.
That'll be good.
And that's what we want to be, man. We want to be the platform. We want to be the stage. We want to host everything.
Mhm.
So we got to get there. That's why I mentioned that to you the other day. Man, I would love it.
So
Absolutely.
I got a question about these road trips.
Hmm.
Let's just say you finish a home game. The game in at 11.
Okay.
You got to be in North Carolina for a 3 p.m. game.
Not the next day, dude.
Sometime, well, maybe not that early, but sometime later that night.
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah. You got to get on a bus.
Yeah, you gave me the schedule. I didn't really look at that.
Yeah, you got to look at it how it is. See, in the major league teams, they go on a charter flight.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
go on to the next city. It take about 1 or 2 hours. You there. You can rest up, but you got to get on a bus
Hmm.
and go 8-9 hours to go play the next game. Probably sometime the next day.
Mhm.
That's a lot.
But like I said, that situation is still better than ours. Okay,
Hey, let me
you know
share
what I'm talking about.
let me share this with you. Is Major League Baseball So we're a partner league, right? The Frontier League, we're a partner league, like I
Okay.
said, years in existence. It's pretty strong, right? So what Major League Baseball did was a couple of years ago, and I'll be really, again, boring, but Major League Baseball devised 6-game homestands or else 3 and 3. So basically 6 games in a row. Mondays are the off day.
Yeah.
So Mondays becomes your travel day. Sundays, you start a little earlier and it's your getaway day. Then when weather doesn't permit, it's Monday's just your straight up your travel day.
So is this league like a I would say what you call it, like a subsidiary of
Farm
major
system.
leagues? Like when if the Cubs see somebody they like,
Mhm.
do they call them up?
So yeah, the nice thing about our guys is they're available as free agents essentially to all
Okay.
30 teams.
Oh,
And if the Cubs, your Cubs, like a guy, they probably speak to the league and our field manager, they write a check, which is nominal, not crazy
wow.
amounts.
Yeah.
And but it's a nice feather in the cap for our coaching staff to say, hey man, that kid we had eyes on, that kid from Mississippi State or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
He played well and we drafted well, we signed him well, and look at him now. And that's the way it is. What's interesting about minor league sports is it doesn't matter if it's G League or if it's baseball. We
Correct.
talk about Robert Acuna later.
Yeah.
We weren't there packing the stands, but when he does that rehab start, when he's all of a sudden he's really good, we're all packing him in. But it's like art, it appreciates, and that's pretty grand to say art, but it is something that hopefully we're talking about later and saying, hey, our coach has good vision and all
Yeah.
part of the process.
Do they get any like old major league guys who want to like come back and play in the independent league?
So again, when we have that open tryout, it'll be open to anybody.
Oh,
Trust me, there's a side of me that would like Patrick Mahomes Sr. to come and pitch for us.
Patrick
I'm
Mahomes Sr.
not
play
telling
baseball?
you.
Yeah.
He was good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was good.
I got to tell
Really?
you this. I got to
Patrick Mahomes played baseball.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard he was pretty good in
yeah,
baseball.
he was.
I did not know that, Rob.
Yeah.
Senior played with Torrey Hunter and the Minnesota Twins back in the hay, and he also played for the Mets.
I didn't know.
He never played for the Cubs, but no, he was good. I'll tell you what, in Tyler, Texas, where Mahomes is senior's from, he set all the records at the junior highs of basketball, baseball, football. I mean, he was something.
Yeah, he used to bring his little baby to the game. That was
Patrick.
That was Mahomes.
yeah, that was Mahomes.
So what position did he play?
he was a pitcher, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was pitcher.
Yeah.
Rob, I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
I think he played to his senior year in high school too. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
But I don't know if he could play now. Is he in jail?
No, he'd be at the game.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, he don't have to play right now. His son's a millionaire. I
Yeah,
think.
he sure doesn't. He doesn't have
And his son's a great athlete because I heard he was a great baseball player.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe he can teach that
to Texas
Prescott.
Tech.
how to-
Did Dak Prescott play baseball? He didn't.
No.
He didn't play baseball. Okay. But again, the Mississippi Mud Monsters, get your tickets. They are on sale right now. Can you come by the stadium again?
Yeah, sure can. And the nice thing about the convenience though is we're all digital, which is really nice, right?
Ah.
Our individual tickets go on sale on April 8th. That's a big deal for us. But until then, we're selling mini packages, groups, season tickets, all those fun things that guarantee. Hey, listen, we're locked in for a summer of fun. So that's our
Wow.
goal.
And I know, you were telling me the story. I don't know if you can tell it about the player that played behind Derek Jeter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he's in the league, right?
Well, no, actually, he's in St. Louis.
Okay. So
He's one of the coaches in St. Louis. Man, he's a great guy. His name is Eric Almonte, and I told you still a little story that man, everybody thinks, oh man, I got drafted by the Yankees. He was so highly touted, right? I'm talking emphatically with my hands here, but he was the man, right? And then he got drafted by the Yankees. All right, he was a shortstop. That's all baseball matter. 5-tool player. He's the dude, right? He never got to see the field because he's behind Derek Jeter's.
I mean, yeah. Unless
Jeter never got hurt.
Never got hurt.
And I hate to say it, but what's that guy who plays when Steph Curry's not playing? I don't know his name.
That's true.
He's put in a couple buckets.
That's
but I don't
true.
know his name.
That's
You
true.
know, I know he looks like. You know what he looks like. That guy.
Well, you know what? I think baseball players, and I think a lot of the other sports play for the love of the game too. But for baseball players, I think it's a little bit different. They just love to play the game because, I would like to know what will the Mud Monsters do to help get the game back in the inner city.
Yeah, we got to.
Jackson used to be a mecca for baseball. Now, we have our neighboring cities now. It's a mecca out on the outwards, but in the city limits right now, it's like, put on the back burner. You got football and basketball number one. But back in the day, I remember Grove Park used to be lit up every night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just a different? Would the Mud Monsters be like involved in the community?
Yeah,
trying to-
got to be, because that outreach is important, right? We got to, like I keep saying, got to expand the message, but you got to start with the kids.
That's right.
You got to start with the kids, man, because we've talked about it a lot, right? How baseball, okay, this and that, maybe it's slow, maybe this and that, but the difference is these days now you got a pitch clock. The
Yeah.
pace of game is picking up. It's actually getting engaging. So we keep ourselves a high value, make it that people can afford to come and have a good time. But we got to be with our players. Got to be out in the marketplace. We're going to do a couple clinics. We'll have a baseball camp at some point too. Open tryouts, always out. That outreach is so
Wow.
important,
Yeah.
But it's a local engagement. I mean, I met you and I said, man, this guy's great. Introduced me to a ton of people.
Yeah,
He's an open door, man.
he is.
No, I'm not. No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
look, he's the most modest person I've ever seen in my life, but he's
Because
such a great person.
you know why? Because we are in Mississippi.
That's it, man. Hospitality.
But anyway, man, Andrew, we are so happy to have you here. Now, once the show is done, we go up and get us something from here at Full Moon. Are you a vegan?
No.
You know?
Yeah,
No, I mean, nothing wrong with it, but no, I'm not. I guess I just look like it, but no, I'm not.
So they have a wide range of items on the menu. So we invite everybody to come out to Full Moon Barbecue here on Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. We're so happy to have Andrew Seymour, the general manager of the Mississippi Mud Monsters. The name, I thought the name was going to be what was it, Soul Shakers?
Soul Shakers,
Rump
yeah,
Shakers or something like
yeah.
that. I kind of knew that wasn't going to be it.
But I like the Mud Monsters.
I like the Mud Monsters.
Yeah, I like it.
I like the
'Cause,
Mud Monsters.
Mississippi catfish.
But like I said, I didn't know what a Mud Monster.
He didn't know what a mud. I had to explain to him. He said, "That's a mud monster."
I
"Yeah,
had
that's
no
a
idea.
catfish."
So you remember the other name? It was
It was the soul. It was the soul something. The Mud Monsters.
and the grits.
And the
The
grits.
grits.
And the grits.
Yeah.
They were,
yeah.
truthfully, I thought they were all good
Yeah.
options.
Now the grits would have worked for me too.
So Andrew, you think?
But the trend is always two names: Mud Monsters, Soul Shakers,
Wow, yeah.
Jumbo Fish, Jumbo Shrimp. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Jumbo Shrimp.
It's one team called the Y'alls.
Yep.
The like YALL.
Yeah, the
Florence,
Y'alls.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Where they based out of?
Florence,
Indiana?
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
So-
Y'alls.
So when the announcer get up there and said batting for the Y'alls, Robert J.
You sound good doing that. Why you up there talking?
I'm sure. Hey, I am a P announcer for football, and I can do this.
Right. We're gonna take another break and we'll be back after this.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind. Gonna keep on out.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Adston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
Welcome back to Talking Sports Live here at Full Moon Barbecue in Madison. We are so happy to have with us Andrew Seymour. He is the general manager of the Mississippi Mud Monsters, another professional baseball team that will be playing in Trustmark Park. We want you to come out and enjoy baseball here in the summer in the great state of Mississippi. Now, Jamie, when I went to Trustmark to talk with Andrew, he was leading in the poll. He was leading in the
bracket.
in the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Really? What happened?
I have 32 brackets.
So how you doing right now? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm alive, man. I'm 3 out of 4 because I took Kentucky,
Wow.
not Houston. I like Houston. I don't know what I was doing.
I didn't have faith in Houston either.
Well, I give Kevin Sampson a whole lot of credit.
Me too.
He did a great job in recruiting, and I'm a Duke fan. So I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be tough because Houston is so athletic and they can shoot the ball from the 3 real good. So, but John Shire's probably gonna have those guys ready, but you got to come up with a good defensive game plan. But when they own Houston, is tough, and I think that winner of that Houston Duke game will be the national champion.
So you got Florida and Auburn, 2 SEC teams, then Houston versus Duke.
Yeah.
And again, I thought they put too many SEC teams in there in the first place. That's what I
Well,
thought.
I didn't disagree with you on that.
Uh-huh.
I think that Florida and Auburn should have been up in there.
Yeah.
And but because Auburn has
Oh, yeah.
proved themselves all year.
Yeah.
And you got to get to
I didn't think Mississippi State should have been in there. Because going in there, they had lost 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 9. I know they beat some good teams in the year,
Yeah.
but you went in there. Come on, man. And then who else they put in there from the SEC?
Arkansas. But Arkansas upset it.
They upset
Yeah,
somebody.
they upset it in the first round.
Yeah, they did. They did. Then what happened after that?
They lost.
You know what's so funny about the tournament, though? Think about it. If you can even remember this. Remember West Virginia was just so mad at UNC?
Yes.
Yeah,
And that seems like so long ago.
Yes.
sure.
Yeah,
does.
that's
I
true.
mean,
It should.
And that's who should have never been up in there.
Who's that?
North Carolina.
You don't think so?
Oh, I hate them. No.
Oh, you just hate.
Well, I hate them,
You know,
but they didn't deserve to be up in there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how they got in anyway.
I mean, me either.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't prove nothing all year.
But I got to say this, and to the USC people saying that Mississippi State hurt Juju,
Yeah.
Juju, no, they didn't knock her down or anything.
That
like
could have
that.
happened to anybody.
Yeah, man. I thought Juju was a little bit reckless, and she unfortunately showed her knee, but they blame Mississippi State for that. Nobody ran into her, tried to hurt her. I don't.
And did you hear that Mississippi State guard Josh
Hubbard,
declared for the NBA draft?
I saw that.
no, hey, listen, I enjoyed following him this year. I did.
I saw that. So what do you think about that?
I think he should have stayed.
Well, he left it open to come back. He
Okay.
did leave it open.
He didn't get an agent.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think he left it open to come back, but I don't know. They checked the all of the NBA analysts, and nobody had him picked to go anywhere. Maybe because he just announced it. But so
I mean, if you really look at it, he got some good recruits coming in, and I think if he stays there, they'll be even better than they were last year. Now, I got to get to Chris Beard and Ole Miss. Those guys was playing some
they
ball.
played well.
They played some ball
They
this year.
did.
I got to give it to him.
They did.
Yeah, I
And he
didn't
was
see
up
that.
there. He was real. He had no reason to get up there. I know he was disappointed, and he was emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give him a whole lot of credit. And they should have beat Auburn in the SEC
That's correct.
tournament. Yeah,
That's correct. That is correct.
I think they one player away from really making some noise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball, Ole Miss is doing well. They beat Jackson State last night. It was closer than I thought.
What was it?
It was like 14-7. But Ole Miss is ranked in the top 10 and all that. Jack State in the SWAC. But do you get SWAC players on the team as well?
Yep, that's again all the coach, but yes, most definitely. Man, players that have local ties, that's where it's at, 100%.
Yeah.
Talent finds a way on the field, and that's what we're about, staying local. So again, we'll try open tryouts too. But yeah, man, that's exciting. I think we got a kid. I don't know if you want to hear this because it's not JSU, but from Alcorn State.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah,
is going to be
Okay.
He's going to be
Is
out
that
there
right? Yeah.
April 24th,
That's good.
25th. Yep.
So do y'all go recruit?
Yeah, like I said, our field manager does that. You know,
Okay.
and I tell you what, okay, my title is general manager, not to brag. That's okay. But I'll tell you what, I get all these guys sending me their videotapes, their swing.
Yeah.
And,
Wow,
and,
really?
and I'm like, all right, cool. So I send it right to the field manager, who he's really good with that. He's really good in terms, but because my title, it's different than the major leagues, So again, I don't do the player procurement side. I hand it over to the field manager because he knows.
Well, when I was the general manager of the Mississippi Raiders, we had an arena football team.
Yep.
So, and I told Rob, all these guys sending me these tapes, emailing me, and my director of player personnel, just emailing us. But all along, we'll call Coach Edwards, who's our head coach, and we had to make sure that this the guy that he wanted before we invited him to camp.
Yeah.
So
because
That-
everything's a business decision,
Everything is a
right?
business. So, we didn't just want to just sign somebody knew he's gonna get cut. You know what I'm talking about? Because he was trying to
He had
coach.
some good players.
He had some guys. I mean, we had guys from
Yeah.
everywhere, from Pittsburgh, from all the way on the coast, East and West Coast that came down just to play football because they love the game.
Have talent, we'll travel. Have passion, we'll go.
Yes. I agree with you. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like seriously, and I was like that. I mean, with him, so your field manager, him has two, had the same kind of rhetoric. About if he didn't want him, he didn't invite him to camp.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to have that chemistry,
Yes. So Andrew, is the souvenir store open yet, or when does that?
So it's a good question, but you know what? We just had a conversation before we came here, and what we're going to do is, it's going to be, oh man, we don't
Yeah,
want to
some cool
disappoint,
stuff.
right? So we're gonna get it out there. We're
Some
gonna let
shirt.
people know about it, and we really want to have it all in place for opening day on May 8th. Bam, it's all there.
They're
So
gonna have some cool looking stuff
Hey, I saw some of the shirts. I want one of those shirts.
with the M,
with the
the M,
M.
with the water.
Yeah,
dripping
on
off
it. Yeah,
of it.
that's nice.
Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
It's got the drip, right?
yeah.
Got the drip.
Yeah.
You got the catfish with the
Catfish
bat.
with the drip.
And I like the catfish with the bat too.
That is good, man. That is a good name for the team, the Mud Monsters. And I think the people will come out. I think the people that supported the Braves will come out. They were sad to see the Braves go, but they're happy to see this team. And I think this team and his organization will be really, really engaging to the fans.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And Rob, I got to tell you, is our pitching coach a really good guy? He's from Hattiesburg, right? And Robert Carson III, and he played for the Mets. He played in the major leagues, and he was a great left-handed pitcher. Anyways, he is his tentacles, man. His connections in the marketplace in amateur and semi-professional baseball is great. Being from Hattiesburg, we got a lot of connections here. He's talking to the guys all the time, And our field manager Jay just hasn't moved here yet, but he gets it.
Absolutely. So you'll be coming out to some of the game?
Yeah, hopefully I'll be working.
There we go. I love the style, man. I love it.
You like that, Andrew?
You just hit Andrew.
And look, I knocked that at the park right there. That was a home run. He threw a breaking ball, and I just knocked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you were saying that you want you're going to have a press conference coming up soon. I guess this month.
Yes.
Sometime this
Well,
month?
May 2nd.
May 2nd.
We
Okay,
meet
May
the
2nd.
team.
Meet the
That's
team,
going to be a
okay.
big deal, man.
Wow.
Gotta have you over there.
Have you gotten around to the local media yet?
You got to have that level of engagement. You got to be out there, let people know. We got digital advertising, digital highway billboards, lots of print media, everything like that.
Okay, we have a winner. We got a winner. Let's see. The winner is Devontae Anthony of Rankin County. Devontae Anthony, he answered the question, and the question is, who was the starting pitcher for the Jackson Mets when they played their first game at Smith-Will Stadium 45 years ago? And the answer is, what is it, Jamie?
Greg, Pavlik.
Pavlik.
Yeah.
Who would go on to be a longtime major league pitching coach. He beat Arkansas 6-4 relief help from Joe Clinton. How do you know who wrote this? How do you know all this? A crowd of 2,862 turned out on a drizzly Saturday afternoon. Who know that?
He looked it up on Google.
Look at all the information he got here. Greg Pavlik would go on to be a longtime major league pitching coach. Beat Arkansas 6-4 with relief help from Joe Clinton. Okay, if he was a long-time major league pitching coach, how did he beat Arkansas 6-4? Arkansas ain't in the major league. With relief help from Joe Clinton on a drizzly Saturday afternoon.
And he threw 4 perfect innings.
As a long-time major league pitching coach. All right, Greg Pavlik.
Well, look.
I have heard of him, though.
Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
Pavlik.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
All right. Well, want to let you know that Jackson State's spring game is Saturday, April 5th at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Clock. By the time this show hits the air, would be interested in seeing in particular the spring game.
Rob,
Hopefully
unfortunately,
it won't rain.
It's my birthday tomorrow. So
And the birthday, that is Thursday.
yes, Thursday, April the 3rd. So
April
by this
3rd.
time this airs, it'll be over. But I won't, and that's probably why it's finna get ready to storm,
Okay.
because I won't be there Saturday because my girlfriend wants to take me out of town.
Oh, la la. Oh, wait, that's something. This is my first time hearing about this. Oh, la la.
Yeah, she wants to go to the spring fling in Mobile.
Oh, so you're gonna forego the JSU blue and white game to go with your woman to
Hey, I got to have a happy house, buddy.
I like the detail.
Yeah. And now you know I got to care for her if I'm missing a Jack State spring game.
Okay, and that's exactly right. She need to know how much you care about her. She need to know
Yeah, you better tell her.
if you forego a JSU spring
I'm
game
telling you.
because
That's why I asked you a couple of weeks, do I need to do some interviews or not?
I don't think we'll be
No, you said
streaming the
we're
game.
not
But,
streaming the game.
yeah, but anyway, but Andrew, have you gotten around town a little bit to
Yeah,
meet a lot of people?
got to get out there, and then like I said, I draft on you. You know everybody, so you know I
Everybody.
I don't know too many.
But back to your question, I would like to see the new defense.
Hmm.
I would like to see this new running back we got from USC
From USC.
because I look at some of the tape.
Yeah.
I also would like to see this crowded wide receiver core that we got,
Yeah.
and the transfer from Valley.
Yeah.
So I would like to see what somebody told me that this team will be better than last year's team.
Yeah, it is.
And when I heard that, I thought you couldn't get no better.
Yeah, it will be. It will
So-
be. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our final segment. So Andrew, don't leave me now. All right, we'll be back after this.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind. Gonna keep on out.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. Rob J. Jamie Horton, and we are so happy to have with us Andrew Seymour, the general manager of the Mississippi Mudcats. Again, this show brought to you by Pennington and Trim Alarm Services, First Commercial Bank, Willie T. Abston Law Firm, Mansell Media and Marketing Agency, Richard Shaw of Dynastics Promotion. Now, Pennington and Trim, the number is 601-939-5231. First Commercial Bank, 601-709-7777. Willie T. Abston, 601-487-8839. Mansell Media and Marketing, 601-339-2040. And Richard Shaw, their number is 601-353-1956. And you got to meet Richard Shaw. He makes, all types of paraphernalia for schools and all this. But you may have your own company with the Mississippi Mud Monsters. So, but I saw some of the
Apparel.
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
And Rob, let me say this: that I'm sure your guest, his eyes got like this when you said Mississippi Mudcat.
Yeah, 'cause he
Yeah.
looked at
I
me.
said Mudcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said
'Cause he looked
Mudcat.
at me like
His
I
eye
said Mudcat.
and his eyes got as
We
big as
came
bowling
back.
balls.
I say Mudcat.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
run the tape back, Bernard. the Mud Monsters. The Mud
I'm
Monsters.
glad you caught my eyes. That's great.
But no, man. Again, it's a new team playing at Trustmark Park, and I know it's going to be exciting. Anything in particular that the fans need to know about the team? I know you talked about the free parking.
Yeah, no, honestly, like I said, hey, we got Kayla Thompson out there bringing the energy on field. She's our on-field host. Listen, the stadium is looking good. Like, I know you were there the other day, but since then we've painted the foul poles. They're like that vibrant green that we have, which is a teal.
Wow.
So that's different, right? The home run line is supposed to be in yellow, and
Ah.
and the foul pole is supposed to be in yellow. It's a nice banging teal. is different, right? So the Braves did wonderful things over 2 decades, creating great memories and whatnot. We built on some of those and taking those forward, but we changed the red and blue to our own identity, our
Yeah.
own colors. So you got to, right?
I like that teal green.
Yeah, it
That
pops.
teal green.
Yeah,
is
you do
different.
that. I thought the foul pole had to be yellow. It doesn't have to be yellow.
Well, we got it pretty bright, so we're asking
Okay.
for forgiveness.
Wow, that's fantastic. So Kayla Thompson
Yep,
will be the on-field announcer,
yep.
and
Marie Menfield too.
maybe she'll
Marie
get close by a foul ball. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I like the sound effect.
But man, Andrew, we are so happy to have you here, man.
Me
We are
too.
so happy to have you, and we're happy to have the Mud Monsters here as well. How has the support been so far?
Really good, really good. We're lucky. We're, like I said, I used the term blessed before. We really are, man. The support coming out of both sponsors and season ticket holders is great. Man, we got to build the excitement, and they've responded. So our social media channels, boy, people are responding on there. And
Is
we
that
just,
right?
we
That's
just
good.
announced the name of. You saw our mascot. That was the first day you saw him.
Yeah, that was the first
And,
time I saw.
Yeah, we unveiled his name as Fish, and then it's so ridiculous.
Just fish.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous that people are, we're getting a lot of feedback on that. But you can't lose. Hey, kids are here, fishy. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
so-
But Andrew, I gotta tell you,
It's so
when I
cool.
went outside,
Yeah.
you had to touch
Yeah,
a truck
I
that
saw
day,
you out there. Yeah,
and I asked about the mascots. They love
Yeah.
the Mud Monster mascot.
yeah. He's
The
got
kids loved it.
he's got a hat. The hat can go on forward, backward, sideways, whatever you want. And he's got a bit of energy. He's a good-looking guy. Well, good-looking guy. He's a good-looking fish. Good-looking fish. He's full of color and swag. So it's good.
I want to get into real quick before we get off. The NFL they were coming up with votes on rule changes. They were trying to ban the tush push. You agree with that? Or you like that?
Well, when you usually try to ban something, you can't seem to stop it.
The only reason I think they should stop doing it, you can't push anybody on defense. If you can't do it on defense, don't do it on offense.
Yeah.
You can't push nobody on the.
So did they change it?
No, they didn't.
So they left it alone.
They left it alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
They left it alone. Now you
And it
can't.
wasn't that close either.
It wasn't close.
No.
Really?
You know who tried to stop it?
Who?
The Green Bay Packers.
Oh, I
Yes,
thought you
they
said
tried to stop it.
Cowboy.
No, the Cowboys. Well, Cowboys should try to stop everything. Cowboys should try to stop first down. They should try. But here's another rule that they were trying to stop. And what you guys think of this? When you're like at the 1 yard line or the 5 or something, and you fumble it out of the end zone, the defense gets the ball.
Yeah.
Teams wanted that to go back to the offense. What do you think of that? That was one of the rules they were thinking about.
I think it should stay like it is.
should stay like it is.
It's a tough one. You never want to turn the ball over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just don't do it. Like I say,
Just don't do it.
I remember one guy said,
Exactly.
you probably heard coaches say this. Maybe you said it yourself, but when a guy complains, he's, oh man, and then the coach says to him, hey, get better.
Yeah.
You know how solid. Get
Exactly.
better. And then you won't
Exactly.
be on a bench.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he says, stop the tush push. I guess is the only thing I can say because man,
Exactly.
it's working.
And another rule is it wasn't the first down, it was overtime.
Oh
Both
yeah.
teams will get the ball now.
Yes.
See, this what grates me with that. Whenever the Buffalo Bills cry about something, they change it. Okay, they cried about the first down now will be marked digitally. It'll be looked at digitally also.
Oh, really?
You remember when the Chiefs played the Bills and they said Josh Allen didn't get the first down, and he got the. Now they're going to mark it. They're going to look at it digitally. Whenever the Bills cry about something, when the Chiefs beat them in overtime, Josh Allen didn't get the ball. They changed it. Now they're going to change it. Both teams get the ball in overtime.
I don't like the kickoff. You know what I like? I like the college overtime thing better.
Yeah.
Give both teams the ball on 25.
Yeah.
And see what they can do.
Yeah.
And you give them 4 downs. And I like how it is. And to get a winner at the end, like the 3 overtimes, you got to do a 2-point conversion play.
Yeah.
And the other one, you got to, now
Right.
the Georgia Tech game last year went to 7 overtimes.
Mhm.
Wow.
But it was exciting, though.
Yeah, it was. Now another thing, the guys can't do this anymore. Wipe their nose. Whatever. I don't know what that
You
means.
can't wipe your nose.
You know when they score?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Oh, so they're taking the fun out of it.
They took that. Now what that meant anyway, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I never liked that anyway.
What for
What
you
did
to
that
do?
mean?
I mean,
Of course, you can't shoot.
nah, well,
can't do that.
John Morant.
And you can't do that.
Oh yeah, John
He
Moran.
did it
John
again
Morant.
last night against Golden State.
Is he a numbskull or what?
Something's wrong with him.
Did he get suspended?
The league is looking over to see what they're going to do.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Don't forget, they're still mad at Joe Horn from back in the day.
Yeah, from the cell phone.
I played your heart right there.
From the cell phone.
Yeah, Saints.
We pulled the cell phone out of under. Yeah,
Yeah. Now, what if he hadn't scored? It would have just stayed there.
He said would have stayed there, and he would have picked up after the game.
Oh, he did.
Because one of the equipment people went out there and put it up. He told him to go put it up under the thing.
Wow, that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
It really was.
That was brilliant.
That's when we was winning.
That's good confidence.
Yeah.
A lot.
But again, looking at the draft order, and I was talking this over with the voice you just heard from our producer, Larry Nix. He said the Tennessee Titans picked first. Okay, they finished the year 3-14. The Cleveland Browns picked second. They finished the year 3-14. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs finished the year 15-2. They win the Super Bowl, so they picked next to last. The team that won the Super Bowl picked dead last, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, our producer, Larry Nix, said that the Eagles and the Chiefs are picking last because they're the worst two teams in the league. That does not make a lick of sense when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so they picked last. That's how it always worked. That's the order of the picks.
Rob, will you please let everybody know?
I actually said in our last conversation, the reason that they're dead last is because they're terrible negotiators.
That's not how it works, man.
Well,
that's not how it works. It works like that in baseball. It works like that in basketball. The team that finished the best picks last.
He's a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
So
and what do they pick?
They won't be picking 32 no time.
Yeah, they'll pick 12. They won't be picking.
They won't get past. They won't get past 20.
32. They're not gonna pick 20, 21, 22, 23.
Oh, wow, going up.
They're picking 12.
They're picking 12. They're gonna pick 13.
7 and 10.
The GM's got to talk to the owner.
Listen, you better be glad this program is called Talking Sports Live with Rob J.
They gonna fire me.
They gonna fire me. Well, you got.
Man, you better be glad you on this program.
You know, look.
Maybe a member of the Mississippi.
Man, I may be.
Can we maybe perhaps do a show from Smart Park one evening?
Man, we're hooked up. We got it.
Okay,
all
right.
That would be great.
That would be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be great. Well, again,
no problem parking.
No problem.
You sure don't.
That is really, really good. That is really, really good. I think that's gonna be a game changer.
So who you think your number one gonna be?
Number one pick.
I
want to say Old Predator.
Everybody in TV land, he meant Travis Hunter.
I want to say Travis Hunter, but I think it may be the quarterback, not Shador. But I think Shador is going to land in the top 5. I think he's good enough. I don't know if he will, but I think he's good enough to be in the top 5.
I think he's going to the Giants.
Think he'll go to the Giants?
Yeah, I think Travis.
He won't be around when the Saints pick. You don't think?
Unless we make some moves. But I heard that the Saints are really high on Ole Miss quarterback.
Jackson Dart. Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad.
Jackson Dart may even go first.
Might. I tell you what, if the Saints pick Ed Bishop, I wouldn't be upset. He's better than Derek Carr.
well, I don't know about that now. I don't know about that. You pick Ed Bishop if you want.
We won't win a game.
Ed Bishop right there. but again, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us. Anything else to like to add before we go?
No, man, I really enjoyed being here. Thank you. I had a good couple laughs and enjoy your company. And thank you guys, man. Seriously, you guys are great, man.
We try to be.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what you want, what you're gonna eat once we.
I don't right now, but I'll tell you what, our gates are open, man. Let's have you guys over to the ballpark a lot.
Thank you, sir.
It's a two-way street. We got a nice little partnership here, and we'll continue this going.
Thank you, sir.
We got some Mud Monsters on the menu.
We got some catfish.
Yeah, got some catfish.
Thank you again, Andrew, of the Mississippi Mud Monsters. Not no mud cats. Who said mud cats?
Somebody said
mud cats. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please join us back next week.